Hello and welcome back to episode 44 on our Griffin Indiana survivalist let's play. I know it's episode 44 because I've literally just finished recording episode 43, so good props to me. What do we need to do today? Tell you what we need to do straight off is we need to go and feed the chickens because obviously they're out. I forgot to do it in the last episode, so the last episode was the second half of June. We cut the grass and we created hay, didn't we? And then we sold quite a lot of our pigs just to make room. But I totally forgot while we were on camera to feed the chickens, so I actually did that after I finished recording. But they're down again, so it's how we've started a lot of our videos, really, isn't it? Having to drive over here and getting a load of barley. But come October, I'm hoping it'll pay off because we're going to have a big stack of eggs to sell. October's going to be the peak price as well. Right, that's 108,000. I think we'll probably be selling about 100,000 litres of that barley, I would have thought. Things we need to do today. We need to, as you can see, this oat field here is ready, which means the oat field up near the spinnery, the one that we've never touched before, that we've never harvested before, it'll be the first year we've actually grew a crop on there. That'll be ready as well because we'll plant it at the same time. So we need to go up and harvest that as well as do this one down here, which we will be doing. We could do with putting some fertiliser on our two grass fields, this being one of them. And other from that, I think that'll be pretty much it. I mean, that'll take up quite a long time anyway, won't it? Right, let's get this in here. I'm hoping to make so much money off them eggs. Although we are on. So we can get something like nearly 1,400 per 1,000 litres. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13 at the minute, so we're going to make some decent money. However, with us being, I don't want to leave that here because we're going to put fertiliser down on me. With this being on hard economy, we're not going to make as much as what we perhaps would expect to in other series, which is a shame. But that hard economy, it's so restrictive, isn't it? Right, I think, yes I have, I was going to say I think I've left the Massey over here because I knew we needed to use it to take the trailer up. Now I'm kind of torn between, I'd like just to take the small trailer up. In fact, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to just take the small one up because it's only a small field. We can get 10,000 litres in here, which is the combine filled twice, pretty much. And I don't think we will get more than 15,000 litres, and the reason I say 15,000 is because we could use the combine itself to bring a whole load down, like 5,000 litres down. I don't think we'll get more than 15,000 litres off. If we do, we do. It's just one of them things. But I don't think we will. It's only a small area, really. Nearly there. As you can see, we left our combine up here just ready for this. It was pointless driving it all the way back down just to be able to take it back up again, because what's our is this limited to about 12 mile an hour, our combine, which is just utterly ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, it's a really small cheap combine, but when we have to drive as far as what we do, is that shadows on the, yeah it is, yeah, on the road. It's the telegraph poles, isn't it? Right, let's take this over here, leave that parked there, and I'll go down and get the combine. Okay, so this will be the first time we've done this field. If you remember, when we bought it, it was just trees, wasn't it? It was a forest area. There we go. I mean, this is a bit of a steep bank, actually. I'm hoping we're going to be alright coming up here. It's definitely feeling it. Down to 4 mile an hour. I mean, we purposely fixed all the machinery for things like this. So, I'm hoping it'll be alright. Back up to 6. Yeah, first time we've done this. I think we actually forgot about it for a year, didn't we? We took all the timber off it. Made a good wedge of money, actually. Off the trees that were on here. And then I'm sure it got left for a year. Completely forgotten. Which is a shame, because it looks like it's yielding alright, doesn't it? And it's just a nice area to be in, isn't it? Like, that tree, I think that's just outside of my area, that tree. It's so annoying. The rest of them we got rid of, but I'm sure with that one we couldn't. But this is one of the big things I like about Griffin, about this map in particular, is these little areas. You get these little parcels of land, whether they're completely clear or whether they've got trees on them, whether they've just got that sort of meadow grass on them and then a few trees on them. It's just, you get all these quirky little bits, little parcels in, and yeah, it gives the map an absolute ton of character, which is good. Like a lot of especially American maps, although there's a few newer ones that sort of fly in the face of this, but a lot of the American maps are very sort of generic, sort of big fields, big open fields. I'll go around the other way. Big open fields. They haven't got anything sort of in between. There's no hedges or fences or anything like that. It's just, you go like this from the road into the field. And sometimes I don't think there's as much character on the on those maps as what there is in some of the other ones. A couple of the Australia maps are similar, even though they're really good maps and they're really fun to play on. Like, I absolutely loved, I spent loads of time on FS19 on Stone Valley, loved it. But you could put that in that sort of category as well, where it's just big sort of open fields and then sort of nothing in between it, nothing breaking it up. But the thing that Griffin does really well is these sort of individual pieces where you can just create what you want in them. Like, there'll be people who've played this map who might not even know this little area existed because it was so small and like tucked away within the sort of forest area that it'll just be missed. And I think if we hadn't started with the sort of restrictions we put on ourselves, where we could only afford absolutely tiny parcels of land, we'd have probably missed it as well, to be fair. I think now, now that we get into sort of the final run on this series, obviously last harvest we'll probably go till Christmas because that'll be when we're going to sell a lot of our product off. We need to start talking about what our sort of end goal is. And if you remember, we started the series with it was either, and I can't remember exactly which, it was either 100 or 150,000 in the bank. However, that was loan, So it wasn't like we had that just to ourselves. It was as a loan, and we've still got that loan. We've got 155 grand. I'm pretty sure we needed to up it by 5 because we needed to finish something. I can't remember what it was. We needed to buy some like fertilizer, or it was only something small. So we upped it by 5 grand, and then that allowed us to do whatever we need to do. But yeah, we've still got that loan. So I think our end goal now is that 155 grand needs to be paid off in the summer. We need to get up to that point. So I don't think we'll do it in crop alone. We'll probably have to sell maybe some animals off, or something more will have to get done, because I just don't think we'll get another 100, just over 100 grand off selling our crop alone. We're not going to have any silage to sell, or if we do, it's going to be minimal. So yeah, we're going to have to think of something to get up to that figure, because I think that's going to be our end goal now. Try to pay that sum off by Christmas. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to... I'll stop, because what I'm going to do is, before we do it, I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to start back into it. So 2 seconds. That will stop us losing everything we've just done, because we haven't been kicked off the map yet this morning. So surely it's coming. Right, we're going to get a time lapse on. We will do the rest of this field. We'll go down and do the oat field down next to the small holding, and we will see what we've got left after that. I think after that it will be spraying off our grass fields. I think that's what we're probably going to be doing, to be honest. So sit back, enjoy the music, and we'll be back shortly. Right, almost there. We've you'll see as we came down, we emptied the trailer. We got just under 10,000 litres from our other field, which wasn't bad, I didn't think. And then we've just emptied one load into there, so whatever that was, 5,500 litres, whatever it is. And we're going to get maybe another 1,000 more, possibly. Maybe a little bit more, depends on... Yeah, it'll be a little bit more, because we won't get this full... This won't be one full run, it'll have to be 2. So I don't think we've done too bad. However, I do maintain that these small parcels of land, we can definitely use them in a more efficient way if we want to. If it was solely about just us making money, we'd either do one or two things, I think. We'd either find placeables, including animal pens as well, and put them on here, or I think the biggest money maker would just be grassing it, wouldn't it? Grass all these little parcels of land, and just get, because we've been getting 3 cuts a year, haven't we? Or we certainly did last year. I would have to go back through the video to see if that was just a one-off, but we definitely did last year. We got 3 cuts throughout the year, and getting 3 cuts off these bits of land and putting it through the fermenter or wrapping it for silage, it would make us loads more money. However, it isn't all just about making money, not in this series anyway. We have done series where it has been like that, but I think it would get rather boring rather quickly, wouldn't it, if that's all we were doing. Right, that is all of our oats. Let's go and put the rest back in here. I think we've only got 2 more fields to... No, we've got 3, sorry. 3 more fields to harvest, haven't we, this year? We've got our 2 sorghum fields, which are just ahead of us there at our main farm. And then we've got our canola field, which is back up near the spinnery. Just leave this here for now. And let's go and put this back in. So 5,543 litres to go on top of just under 10,000 litres that we had before. It sells for a little bit more, doesn't it, oats? So I mean, still not going to be... Why am I trying to go in there? It's still not going to be a big amount that we're going to be selling, but it's something. Is it going to show if we stand on here? Can we not? I thought it used to show us. Maybe not on this map. Right, let's go back up there. So we've ended up with 15,312 litres of oats just off them 2 little fields there. It's not bad. Obviously our canola's going to go up, and then we're going to have 100,000 litres of barley to sell as well. Right, last thing that I think I want to do on today's video is just spray our grass fields off. I think once we've done that, I'll leave this up here as well. Once we've done that, I think that'll be it. Again, there's no point in just sort of because we're not doing any contracts anymore, and I'm probably not even gonna put crops in prior to winter. Where's our sprayer? Is it here? It's not going to be here, is it? It's going to be over there. I'll have to go and pick that up. 2 seconds. Right, we've been over. Obviously it takes a considerable amount of time. I was hoping one of them... I had a tiny bit of herbicide left in here, and I was hoping filling one of them drums would make that drum disappear, so that we wouldn't have 3 of them, but obviously not. It's going to be the exact opposite with the fertiliser here, isn't it? So no, you don't get much in here. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely typical. Right, let's get fertiliser on here, because like I said, I am hoping that we're going to get one more cut out of this. If we do get one more cut, depending on how much here we've got left, we might even wrap the grass. I think it'll make us that little bit more money, won't it? I mean, if we haven't got much here left when we come to do that, then we'll have to do it for here. What have we got? We've got 4 bales left in there, so that's 18,000 litres. I think we would probably have to do here, wouldn't we? If we wanted to see the sheep through until the winter. I think that's what we'll probably have to do, which is a shame. And like I've said as well, if our goal is to get up to that $150,000 mark to be able to pay, well, ideally we want more than that only, because we want to be able to pay the loan off and have a little bit left over. Let's just push this IBC back a little bit. Yeah, we would want to have some left over so that the farm could carry on functioning. Then we'd want a little bit more. I'll try not to decapitate one of our sheeps. Right. Let's get over to the dairy, and the very last thing we'll do is just spray. I stopped just in time there. Is to spray our last grass field off, and then I think that'll be us done. What I might do, I might spend the rest of the afternoon off camera. I won't record any of it. I might spend the rest of the afternoon baling the straw. So we've got 3 fields that we've got straw left on. I might start baling them, because that's going to be a pretty decent wedge of cash, I think. And when we're looking to get as much money as we can, I think it would be daft if we ignored that. So I think that might be a decent take the opportunity to do that while we've got the time, I think. If I do the big one, and maybe one of the big field, and maybe one of the small fields, then I could maybe do the final small field, probably the one that's down here. I could maybe do on camera in the second half of this month, possibly. That might be a decent way of looking at it. Because I don't like doing too much off camera. There is bits, there's always admin bits that gets done off camera, always. If I go back to the forest challenge, I hardly do any of our sort of forest clearing work now on camera, because it's just it's the same old, isn't it? And it gets quite repetitive. I mean, on forest challenge, I spend so much time chopping trees down, as you'd expect, that it would just be so dull to carry on doing it on camera. But that is what I think we'll do. So we've harvested our oats, we have sprayed off our grass fields, and I think, like I said, I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon just getting some bales done. I won't sell them, I'll wait until we I don't think I'll sell them anyway. I might, we'll see, because I'll probably need the trailer. I'll probably have to sell them, to be honest. And we'll get that straw sold with a view of trying to get up to that 150,000 mark. So I'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next one.
PlayStation